Well, speaking of summer, summer is often seen as a time to relax and recharge, but the season can also bring stress, burnout, and unexpected challenges. So Life Coach Ashley Shihab is here with tips to help protect your mental health and find balance this summer. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you. Me too.
This is such an important topic because many people, we look forward to summer, the longer days, but the summertime can actually sometimes be surprisingly very challenging for our mental health. Why is that?
Honestly, being in Texas, I think that this is our version of seasonal depression.
It is because it's oppressive. The heat is
so
oppressive.
hot. And being outside in nature is healing. And if you can't be outside, it's not good for you.
Right. That is so true, because sometimes when we look at those temperatures and we know that for us summers are long, it can have kind of this just deflated experience to it. So it throws off our routines as well, because the kids are, for example, they're out of school, they're underfoot, there's vacations, we have to be more flexible with work. Why is it important, you say, to somehow in the midst of all of those transitions and changes, why is it important for us to maintain structure, and how do we even do that?
Structure really creates flow. Okay. So I understand it's summer, we all want to relax, the kids are out of school, less routine, but if you have a little bit of structure in place, that helps your day to just flow more smoothly for everybody.
Okay, so somehow find that way to maybe, for example, have consistent bedtimes, to have consistent routines in the household.
Yes.
Allow for some flux, but having some structure will keep everybody on track and feel a little bit more, in control and calm.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, got that. So what are some signs that we might be feeling a little overwhelmed, or that this stress may be getting to us?
I always tell people, just check in with yourself throughout the day and say, how am I feeling? How am I showing up? What energy am I bringing to any different situation? If I feel like I'm short-tempered, if I feel like I'm exhausted, these are really signs that something is off. And checking in with yourself throughout the day helps you to see, oh, wow, like this is actually stressing me out, or this is something I need to give attention to, instead of just blowing through it and just going through your routine.
So really taking a moment, stop, pause.
Exactly.
Check. Kind of like the,
how do I feel?
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, pause, and really reflect,
Yes.
I think that that's really important. And you encourage also for people to take advantage of the summer to maybe set some short-term goals.
Yes.
What are some examples of those types of goals that we can set and achieve over the summer?
So living with intention, I feel like, is so important. If you're not being intentional about your day to day, your mental health is naturally going to suffer. So when you look at summer, you're like, okay, I've got this finite window of time. Let me check in with myself and say, what are my values? What are my priorities? And what do I want to be focusing on? So your goals are really customized to whatever is important to you at that time. So I know for me right now, I have a goal to post on my Instagram every single day because it's important to me to be seen in my business.
So to have goals like that, specific and achievable goals, really can kind of help.
Achievable is very important. Like, be honest with yourself about what time limitations you have, what energy limitations you have. Set yourself up for success.
Okay, you also have this analogy about using structure as bumpers rather than kind of strict rules. What do you mean by that?
So I look at structure like when you take a kid bowling and they put the bumpers. And then it keeps the ball in your lane.
Look at you. Look what you did there.
I love a metaphor.
I love the metaphor.
I use structure as bumpers, like what can help you stay in your lane and stay on track? And that way you can bounce off the bumpers and kind of go back and forth.
Without going into the gutter.
Without going into the gutter, without going into somebody else's lane. It helps you stay focused on what really matters to you, but it's not super rigid.
We could go on and on with that metaphor.
Thank you.
I love the idea of staying in your lane. I got that as well. But that's really important because the ball can continue to keep going. Can keep going towards a goal, but you have some structures in place to make sure that you're not derailed in the process. Okay, so a lot of people use downtime to binge TV or do all of that kind of scrolling. But sometimes you say that that may not be very healthy for our mental health.
It's really not. This is so big. I have so many clients tell me, oh, I was so tired, so I just spent the night binge watching TV, and now I feel even worse. It's like, Yes, because does this actually nurture you? Does this actually give you the result you want, which is more energy, more relaxation? Sometimes being intentional about watching a movie feels great. Other times, if you're checking out, you're scrolling your phone, it actually makes you feel worse. It makes you more tired.
It makes you feel more lethargic.
It does.
Yes.
So I say check in with yourself and say, well, what is actually going to make me feel refreshed? What is actually going to make me feel energized? And to me, just getting outside, reading,
being intentional is the key thing. Where can
like,
people find out more information about
Ashley, the Life Coach on Instagram, and my website is ashleylifecoach.com.
All right, this is great information. We appreciate it. Happy summer to you.